What's going on, everyone? It's 2 Savage Gaming here with my Shattered Space review. Let's get to it. So yeah, finished up the DLC the other day, and I started off super excited for it, hoping it was kind of, going to the Varun home planet and everything, maybe get some details on Andrea's background, which we didn't get anything at all, like nothing. And if you're lucky enough to have the glitch with the leadership trait, she didn't say anything. At least in my playthrough, she added a little bit to it, but there really wasn't much else to it. At the start of the story, the main storyline, it kind of had me in. I was interested to see what was going on with all this, but there's just so much unnecessary talking, so much just useless dialogue. At least, like, if you're gonna have dialogue heavy story plot lines and everything, keep it kind of interesting and give me something. I got midway through, and I really am not one to start skipping over like a lot of the dialogue and stuff in games like this, but I found myself skipping a lot just because it was just so boring. I'm just like, you guys are talking almost literally about nothing. It was almost that word salad type of stuff where they just keep talking around and around and around and around. As far as new stuff, got some new side missions, of course, with the new area, some new points of interest that were really cool. There's a couple with a couple little like hidden things in them that were a lot of fun. There's like an underground super soldier factory type of thing and a lot of other stuff. Those were cool. But this game is like almost like a microcosm of everything that's bad with Starfield in general. Like the lack of iconic loot with this whole procedural generated type of thing that they got going on. It's like you don't really get that that awesome feeling that you used to get in older, like the Skyrim games, Fallout games, of finding that like one special unique gun here or there, or that super special piece of armor here and there. They really got away from that with like Skyrim a little bit, went even farther with Fallout 4, and in this game it's just so worthless to get legendary weapons because they're all just end up being trash. And it's like, it's been a systematic issue with their games here lately, and it makes me worried about Elder Scrolls 6 coming out. Like, what's going to happen with that game with all this stuff? I don't really see them doing any of the procedural generated stuff for the world because it's kind of it's not a whole new game altogether. But the way this stuff is, it just makes me worried so much for Elder Scrolls 6. But other than that, there wasn't any new things for the new EV rover you can drive around. Nothing new with Andrea. Like, we're at her home planet. You couldn't give us anything for her. Even the couple new things of armor and guns and melee weapons that they did had weren't really all that great. Like, the Varun Outcast armor looked pretty cool, but I mean, that was really it. They didn't really give us anything else. And I feel like it was just more of the same old, like, just flat storytelling. Like, they're so afraid to take risks with stuff. There's a early side quest you get with these two brothers. I'm not going to spoil it, but all the decisions you can make for it and everything kind of just feel like it's just nothingness. And even, like, at the end of the game, when it's all said and done with the main storyline, the last mission was really cool. A lot of action and stuff going on. But when it comes to what the actual story is in it, it's just like, there's just nothing there. And there's just, like, I'm skimming through right now, just so much useless dialogue about nothing. Just droning on and on and on and on and on. That was probably my biggest problem with this whole thing, was the storyline kind of had me there, but just the unnecessary amounts of dialogue. And I think, like I said, this is kind of just a microcosm of everything. We got zero for new ship stuff. Yeah, you got a couple of Varun ships you can buy from the ship dealer, but there's no new parts. It's all the same old parts that they've already had in this game. Nothing new at all there. Like I said, nothing new for the rover. Barely any new weapons and armor. I mean, really bad. I mean, for myself, luckily I have this game on Game Pass, so I don't mind keeping it on my console and coming back to it from time to time, because I do like the exploration. But when it comes to stuff like this, like, I look at it as I paid $30 for the early access and this DLC together, and you know, I'm still saving 30 bucks by not buying the game. I have it on Game Pass. I really couldn't recommend buying this to anybody. Just wait down the road and pick it up when it's on sale with some other DLCs, hopefully. I mean, after as bad as this one's been received so far, I don't know if they're going to continue on their plans to keep adding to this game. I personally hope they do, because even helping out some of these families on the main planet, it just felt like more of the stuff from the main game, where you have like all the quests for the UC, Freestar. It feels like you kind of start to build to something and then it just falls off. It almost feels like all the game mechanics, storyline, everything is like a quarter of the way done. It's like they just never finished anything with the storylines, like, because all the other storylines, once you kind of get into it, explore the world a little bit, see what's going on, you're like, okay, yeah, I can get into this, and then it's over, and that's it. And that's how this DLC feels. Once you're done with it, you're just kind of like, wow, what did I even really do in this? And like I said a little bit ago, makes me worried for Elder Scrolls 6. I mean, the game engine is at its max for this kind of stuff. They really just need to change up the whole engine altogether. I do like some stuff, like the characters' backgrounds, but only if they get away from this being able to do everything in one playthrough. Like, I think they need to really lean into more RPG elements going forward and make the backgrounds matter. The backgrounds are a cool idea, but they don't mean anything. And same thing with the characters. They're just kind of all just blah, because it's like they're so afraid to take a risk on any kind of storytelling. Like in this game, there's nothing as far as smuggling. Like, yeah, you can take some illegal stuff into port or whatever, but that's it. There should be like a whole mini game. They really missed the mark on leaning into this being like a Star Wars type of game, where it's like you could have had almost everything in here to make it a Star Wars-like game, especially with as bad as Outlaws was. They really, really missed a chance on that. Other stuff they did, like bounty hunting upgrades, were nice, but that's stuff that should have been in the game to begin with. They really need a lot more varied companions. All the companions just kind of felt the same. Like, they don't really, there's nothing new as far as like them taking chances with anything. They're all just kind of bleh. They all just get mad at you all the time for anything. There's no real like bad companions, or even kind of morally gray. Like, Andreja's the closest, but she'll still get mad at you for any little thing. So yeah, overall, can't really recommend this, even though I'm kind of a big Starfield fan, but I don't even know. It doesn't even really sound right saying that. Like, I like the game. Yeah, I definitely like this DLC is a step in the right direction, but it's just not really. It's just not it, honestly. And it makes me worried for the future of not just this game, but especially Elder Scrolls 6 going forward. And they've already kind of set out the stuff for people to be disappointed as far as Elder Scrolls 6 goes. So, I mean, it's not really looking good for us. So yeah, that's my review for Starfield Shattered Space, and a couple little like worrying things I got going for Elder Scrolls 6, but I will catch y'all later. You have a good one. Renegade out.